This episode of We Like Shooting Double Tap is brought to you by Black Rhino Concealment, Second Call Defense, Polymer 80, the Sonoran Desert Institute, and Powers Group.
Welcome to the We Like Shooting Double Tap.
Welcome to the We Like Shooting Double Tap, episode 144, where we answer your questions, ask a few of our own, and touch base on gun industry news. Thanks, Aaron, for being my hype man. I appreciate that.
I'm all about you, buddy.
Our panel tonight is the owner of River's Edge Tactical, Jeremy Posderick. We got the Machine Gun Moses, Aaron Krieger checking in. We've got Nick Lynch in the house. I know it's weird. My name's Sean Heron, and I just want to welcome you all to the show.
I thought you said Nick was there.
Nick, he was here. I don't know. Okay, Nick's dead. I'm here. All right. Aaron, what's up, man? How are you doing?
I'm doing awesome.
You got
How are you doing?
You got the coronavirus? You good?
I'm sheltering in place, Sean.
Okay, Aaron told me a thing right before the show. He said that he bought a bunch of tuna fish for his apocalypse preps, and that his wife made sandwiches with it, and it's all gone now.
I was really upset about that. I got all these tuna fish. I'm thinking like, all right, I'm safe for a while, you know, because that's like a fallback. I'm not a big fan of tuna fish to begin with, but I know it keeps well.
Yeah.
And then it's all gone. It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, no.
I guess we're having tuna fish for lunch today.
I guess so. That's awful. Jeremy, what, you were going to tell us a story right before the show. What was it?
Oh, it wasn't a story. I just want to go do some boot boy with my friends.
We all want to do hood rat with our friends, Jeremy.
Not hood rat, boot boy.
Isn't that the same thing?
No.
Tell me the difference.
What's,
I don't understand.
Boot boy involves fighting governmental overreach.
That's hood rat.
No, hood rat is doing for the sake of doing stupid or for your own benefit.
Oh. Aaron,
Sounds like the same thing to me.
I was just going to say that.
Like robbing people could be hood rat. There's no robbing people in boot boy.
Of course there is. How the f*** are you going to get your supplies?
No. There's looting the dead enemy. But that's just an after effect. That's not the point of it.
All right.
Obviously, you need to resupply.
All right, that's fair enough. Hey, everyone out there who's watching, we're going to do things a little bit different on this episode of Double Tap. So I'm quick going to do an ad read, and this is for Black Rhino Concealment. You can see this holster. It's got that WLS Adventure thing that we've been having. And right on the back, there is a hole that says SSB on it. So, real funny, Gino and RJ. But yeah.
Well, that hole is blown out, dude.
It's wrecked.
That thing is wrecked. I mean, I don't know who they modeled it after, but Jesus.
So here's how great Black Rhino Concealment is. I hit them up and I was like, hey, the Faxon Firearms FX19 Patriot with the X-Tech Tactical, that laser that has the proximity sensor. So when you put your finger in the trigger guard, the light turns on. I was like, hey, can I get that? And they were like, yep, boom. And it showed up. So no matter what you need, Kydex, whether it's like, this 3-magazine mag pouch that they sent me. You ever seen one of those?
I have.
Yeah, dude, it's freaking, yeah, it's awesome. I'm absolutely.
And you can use it for holding 3 harmonicas.
3 harmonicas as well. So 3 harmonica mag pouch, all available. BlackRhinoConcealment.com. Coupon code is WLSMofo. That gets you 10% off all day, every day. So I said we're doing things different, and we've got a guest tonight. So I've heard from the highest levels of government that this dude is full of shit. His name is Jerry Wayne, and you guys might recognize him. He was the dude in the hard hat that Joe Biden said was full of shit and threatened to take him outside. Jerry, what's up, man? How you doing?
I'm doing all right. Happy to be here. How are you guys doing?
We're doing great. All right, man. Everyone's seen those freaking videos. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, my first question would be, do you think you could take that old man?
I think I could go outside with him, sure.
All right.
The best part is he actually invited you to go outside. So I got to ask so many questions. I'm going to start at the beginning. So first of all,
I would have took Biden up on that. Be like, take your rank off.
It was crazy, man.
Does he even have a rank at this point?
Yeah, I mean, he's a senator.
No, he's not a senator.
Former VP. I don't know. I heard he was running for Senate. I don't know. That's what he said. So, Jerry, how did you end up in that situation? Tell us what it was and how you ended up there.
Well, when I came into work, it was around 7 in the morning. They told us that Joe Biden was going to be coming in. So I spent a little time in the morning prepping a question. I just kept texting my girlfriend, Gabrielle, over and over, I'm trying to get it right, just draft after draft, because I wanted to make it, make it worth something. And around 9:30, we all went over to a spot where he was supposed to be. So yeah, he started to do his rounds and shake everybody's hands and stuff like that. And he's coming my way. I was like, all right, this is my opportunity. I'm going to get one shot. So once he made it to me, I started giving it to him, and he ended up. You guys saw what happened after that. That's pretty much how it happened, guys.
Dude, it was fucking crazy. Like, so we saw you reading from your cell phone. So you just mentioned that you were texting your girlfriend and getting it all together. It was really good and I thought well done question that I feel like he should have answered. But his answer to you was that you're full of shit, right? Like, how did that go? How did that feel? Like, what the were you thinking when he said that to you?
As soon as he said that, I was just like, well, here's a shovel because you're going to dig your own hole, man. So I just let him dig it, you know. And then, but the thing is, he looked me in the eye, like you don't look at somebody in the eye like that, you know. And then he kind of started to get closer to me, and you saw him put a finger in my face. And I was just taught from a young age, man. If a man looks at you in the eye like that, you better well not look away, you know. And so that's what I did. I just looked at him like he was just another dude. That's all it was, man. He can have all of his Secret Service, what the heck was around him, you know, like. As long as I didn't hit him, I don't think they'd jump on me too quick, you know?
Yeah, dude. All right, so he tells you you're full of shit, and then immediately his aide, who was to his left and your right, starts to be like, okay, thanks, we're moving on. And, dude, he straight up, like, what he said to you was f***ed up, but, like, how he treated that lady was, like, one of the most disrespectful things I've ever seen. Yeah, he just, like, shush, and then looked her directly in the eyes like, shush now. And
she was just like, well, all right, dig your own hole, man. Yeah, and the thing is crazy is that, like, a lot of leftists, you know, they're all about, like, misogyny and all stuff. And she was Asian and a woman.
Yeah.
Race and gender, I mean.
So she was a Jew.
Why isn't that in a big story, you know?
An Asian woman, she should be I'm trying to think of a word that combines those two together.
That's probably not great. So
Jeremy moved in and heard that. He's like, nope.
So you guys don't have to reiterate for me what Jeremy's saying, man. You look like a really fun guy, but I can't hear you, buddy.
I didn't say anything.
He said he didn't say anything. So he is actually not a fun guy at all. He's the opposite.
God Riot. You.
You're not a riot. So Jerry, like, what happened directly after that? So he tells her to shush, and then what does he say?
Yeah, well, I can just paraphrase some stuff, you know, like, yeah, everybody saw it. You guys probably know what he said more than I do. I've seen the video like once, you know, and I'm trying to keep it PC for myself and my new platform here, guys.
Yeah, no problem.
And I kind of don't remember it that well. He kind of just came up on me and just he didn't really say much of anything. He went back and forth on a lot of stuff. He went to, like, talking about yelling fire if there's no fire. What does that have to do with anything? I'm still trying to figure that out. I've been on tons of podcasts, and nobody can help me out with that. So
that's easy.
The whole fire thing? Well, we're not talking about free speech. We're talking about Amendment. I don't get it.
Because that's a liberal talking point. They liken the restriction on the Second Amendment to yelling fire in a crowded theater, even though one is a call to arms and the other one is a call for panic. So it's like, well, at least compare apples to apples.
Yeah, so what Jeremy's saying is that he's comparing, like, the First Amendment, where it is restricted in certain ways, like you can't do calls to action for violence and things like that, and you can't shout fire in a crowded theater because obviously people could get hurt by that. And he was trying to compare it to that, which is just one of the dumbest things ever. Like,
it's a lazy argument.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. I just wasn't really following where he was going with that. But
no, that's an old fallback for lefties and commies.
It is. It completely old. Jeremy said old fallback for leftists and commies, and it really is. But then, like, so I was reading Gabriella Hoffman on the Resurgent right before the show. She tagged us on Instagram, so I went and read it.
Great.
So what she said is that you said this is not okay, all right? To which Biden replied, "Don't tell me that, pal, or I'm going to go out and slap you in the face." Like, dude, if someone threatens to slap me in the face, I'm gonna lose my probably.
Even being threatened.
He tried to walk away from me then, you know. I'm like, hey, man, you work for me, you know. Like, I was not expecting that whatsoever. So it's kind of like, that's who I am. I wasn't ready for that at all. So I'm like, dude, you work for me. Like, you can't just go around and say this stuff to people, especially just American citizens. That's the type of demeanor. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, to which he responded, "I'm not working for you. Don't be such a horse's ass."
Yep. Well, I guess I'm on horse's ass, I guess.
It's just absolutely nuts, man. Like, I don't even get it. Were you shocked? Were you just like, what the f*** is going on right now?
At first, I was kind of shocked because I expected him to just go around the question. I was shocked that he actually listened to me. That was more shocking to me. The way he acted, I was just like, it is what it is. You know, because, like, yeah, I think he's like the leader of that, like, demographic of people. So I kind of expected him to be a little bit of hostile, I guess, deep down. I didn't go in there expecting him to act like that. But now, after I left, I was like, yep, makes sense.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts, man. So this all happened. Was your blood boiling? Were you hot? Were you like annoyed?
No, I was content. I did what I needed to do. You know, I thought to myself, if I have the opportunity to ask a question and I don't ask it, I won't be able to look at myself in the mirror tomorrow. And that
they got him.
Oh.
He's taken out.
He's got information about Hillary Clinton, I guess.
No,
Yeah, Hillary took him out.
Biden just slapped him off the internet.
All right, we just
Well,
lost.
you know.
Yeah, we just lost the signal. He'll be back in a minute. So I'm so shocked by this. It's kind of crazy. As soon as it adds, I'll
I'm
add
not
him back.
shocked by it though.
All right, so I never read the article in regards to any of this.
All right, Jerry, you're back.
So I never read the article in regards to any
okay,
of this.
sorry about that, guys.
No problem, man.
So I had no idea all the that Biden said. That's ridiculous,
Dude,
man.
right? I know. Like, Aaron, you and I don't always agree on politics, but like we can both agree that this is just crazy.
Yeah, it's like that. He's like a crazy old man who's on steroids who thinks he's really strong.
Yeah.
Like he's got like strength. He's not thinking things through.
It's
like,
so
I'll take you
awful.
outside. Me and my 17 bodyguards. We'll kick your ass.
So you felt like you had done the thing that you wanted to do. Are you a plant by the Russians or Trump? Like clearly you were fed all these lines and you just you did exactly what the right wanted you to do, right?
No, I think that you asked me if I was a plant for Trump.
Yes.
Absolutely not. No, I'm just a guy in a plant. That's all I am.
Oh, so you just said you were a plant.
I had no idea. I'm a plant. No.
He's a guy in a plant.
Wait, you're inside the plant?
No.
So is the plant very large and you're very small?
No, it's a
Yes.
potted plant.
Is it like
I can hear Jeremy now. All right.
is it
Oh,
like Men
perfect.
in Black, where like the head opens up and it's got the little alien guy piloting it?
Maybe.
Are you gonna be like, feed me, Seymour?
Jerry, why
Sure.
why did you think it was important to like ask him these questions? Like, I mean, clearly this is a two-part question. Like, why did you think it was important to ask him those questions? And I saw there was like a dude kind of next to you, like a tall dude that was like trying to be like, okay, that'll do.
Okay, I got the first part, so forgive me. The reason why is because others won't. Like they go on these big stages and the media's there and everything. They're not asking them the questions. They're asking them all these other things that are just to make them fight back and forth. They're not asking them and cornering them and say, hey, we're America and we need these answers because you're going to be in this office that is going to like depict the rest of our lives, or at least the next 4 years of our lives. And I think that they need to let American citizens ask these questions and not some guy that's been a reporter for the last 20 years.
Yeah, no, I think that's super important. Was there any repercussions from you? Because there looked to be like a tall dude near you that was kind of like trying to diffuse the situation.
Yeah, I believe he was an ironworker. He was one of the, I think, the president for the ironworkers, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
And typically, ironworkers and millwrights don't get along too well anyway. But yeah, he was trying to move me along, because they're all blue and stuff like that. And
Well,
he's
they're all
just an
fucking
individual.
commies.
I'm not gonna call him that or anything. You guys can call him whatever you want. That's
No, they're commies.
That's fair. I understand you're in a situation where you got to be cautious about like that. But yeah,
Call them commies.
we know, Jeremy. But yeah, like, so you said that you guys kind of don't get along, but yeah, he clearly was trying to like push you aside and like defuse the situation.
right. But I'm my own man, and I'm an American before I'm a union guy, and I'll be if I get up my rights just for a union vote or something like that. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm heavy union, and I think that we do really good for the community and for ourselves and there's the middle class. But I am not in any way, shape, or form going to give up my rights for my union.
Yeah, that's freaking awesome, man. Like you're putting it on the line there. Like, I mean, I know unions have protections and things like that, but I think that by doing what you did, you kind of put a little bit of a, there was definitely some opportunity for reprisal from people who didn't agree with you. But, us out here on the outside, like Americans, we love it, dude. Like, I
appreciate it, guys. Well, I'll tell you what, guys, just so you know how the unions are reacting to this is, I went to work the next day, or that wasn't the next day. I went to work a couple days later because I was just swarmed with the media. And when I walked in, I was expecting a fight. I was expecting to be bruised when I left. And I walked in there, and it was like I was a celebrity. Guys, they finally figured out what I asked. They saw the backlining of it, and they were like, you know what, this guy makes a lot of sense. And since then, I'm not working there anymore. Mostly because I can't get any work done because everyone wants their picture with me. So I think we've changed a lot of minds, guys.
That's awesome, man. Jerry, you said that you're not working there anymore mainly because you couldn't get any work done. Like people were coming up and people were like, you were the guy kind of speaking for the people who feel a little bit intimidated or marginalized, as in Second Amendment community, right?
Yeah, I think that a lot of people actually felt the same way. They just didn't know what I was saying. It was hard to hear what I was saying, so they just thought like, "Oh, this guy, the next what is that dude's name? Joe the plumber kind of thing."
Yeah.
And that's not who I am. I'm not even too sure what Joe the plumber did, guys. To be honest with you, I'm not. I was kind of young. I was thinking it was 18, 19 when that happened. I wasn't really heavily into politics back then. But the thing is, like, I guess you can call me somewhat of a constitutionalist, I guess. But the Constitution, it was made, and then we have everything we have now because of that, and we're going to throw that away because someone's feelings are hurt.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, man. So how did it? I don't know. I think you held it together way better than I would have. Like someone's like, "Hey, I'll take you outside and slap you," or whatever the dumb shit that he said. Like, could you hear him well? Could you kind of process what he was saying at the time?
I wasn't really, I could hear what he said, but I knew that he was frustrated and I wanted him, he was cornered and I wanted to keep pursuing my question. I think that was more important than anything than biting the bait. I think that's what it was. It was a bait and I wasn't going to do that. And so that's why I proceeded to keep telling him like, hey man, you're advocating for taking these, what you call quote unquote assault weapons when people are buying by handguns. If he wants to help people not die, don't you think he'd be going after that first?
Yeah, that was actually, I thought, a really good point about the handguns, because, I mean, clearly that is absolutely 100% true. More people die from handguns than so-called assault rifles every single year. 297.
But remember, Biden has shotguns, so he's a pro-gun guy.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you remember what he said to when you brought that point up?
He says, I got shotguns at 12 gauge, I got 20 gauge, and he said something like, we're not going to take your guns. And he goes, you can keep your guns. Then he was like, we're taking your other guns, though. It's like, what are you doing there, guy?
I love how you were like, this is not okay. Oh, man.
Oh, yeah, sure. Well, he was getting a little too close, man. It's too close for comfort. It's kind of like, he has all these guys behind him and stuff like that. I'm surrounded by guys that aren't too happy that I'm doing it, too. And you know what? And he's trying to bully me, man. And he was just about to cross that line. That's why I told him this, because, like, when it comes down to it, you're a man and I'm a man, and you can't disrespect me like that, because he was just at, like, he already crossed the line for the average Joe, but we're on, like, apparently world news now, and my mission was a little bit deeper than just going to blows with this guy, but he was at that point to almost breaking that line. You know what I'm saying? That's why I kind of gave him that warning.
Yeah, no doubt. I like, dude, what would have happened if Joe Biden had like just slapped you across the face?
Oh man, that would have been amazing.
All right. I'm going to let you guys use your imagination, and you're probably correct.
No, in a situation like that, you just take it because it's the best thing that has ever happened to you.
I agree.
And then you sue like a...
Oh, yeah.
Like LeBron James.
Yes. Oh, it's so great, man. It was honestly like one of my favorite things that ever happened. I saw another video of him. Someone was asking him about it like later that afternoon, and he was like so frail and senile and just confused that he was like, yeah, Bernie joined Trump. That's crazy. And then they ushered him into the car really quick. He didn't tell him to shush.
Yeah, I saw that too, man. It's like, what the heck is this dude talking about, man?
Yeah.
This is the best they got, guys.
It's nuts. I mean, you brought up a good point. Like you broke his will, whether it was on purpose or not. Like you like literally just broke him. It could have ended his whole presidential run. Like that might be the turning point. So the next day you're getting a lot of, you said it went a little bit viral, right? So you woke up the next morning. What happened?
Yeah, I woke up the next morning and I looked at my phone, and every single, well, I'm mostly on Facebook, but like my phone was lit up. I don't know how they're getting my numbers and stuff, man, but I've got voicemails, I've got text messages, missed calls, my Facebook is blown up. I've got 3,000 friend requests. Like it is, I'd still be going through this to this day. Gabrielle has done all that stuff for me, guys. Like I said, we would not be talking right now if it wasn't for her.
Yeah, that's freaking awesome, man. That's good to have somebody there who's like, helping you out with the stuff and
absolutely
just keeping you centered. So you said you're not working there anymore. Tell us how that came about.
Well, yeah, I'm not working now, guys. I've got a new opportunity now, and I'm going to take it. I've got offers galore to run with this, and if they're going to help me push this whole Second Amendment thing, we're going to go all the way to the top. We're going to make this happen.
Well, let's see if we can get the NFA repealed, get the Hughes Amendment repealed. Like, work on that.
Right. I'm gonna do anything I can. Like, I'm definitely an advocate for it, And like I said in a lot of my other podcasts, I'm not the sharpest knife in the drawer. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the most brightest guy in the world, but I do know what I believe in, and I know what I stand for. And some people want me to have some sort of a voice, and if that's what they want, then I'll help them do that.
Just do me a favor. If you get stuck on like actual news shows, like not this, but like actual like good shows, have cogent arguments and don't come off like a moron, please. Like study some.
Are you saying that I'm a moron?
I think he is.
I mean, you just said you weren't sharp. I'm saying please study and have a lot of facts laid out, because it does not help us when people on our side go up on the news and just get completely blindsided or give out bad statistics.
Well, Jeremy, and Jerry, I've got your back on this one. Like, he's already been on like Fox. What else? What all mainstream stuff have you been on, Jerry?
Well, I've been on Fox. I was supposed to be on Hannity. I got pushed off of that because of the president. And I did another large platform with Dave Rubin as well. I think that's just about it. I've turned down a lot of big ones, guys. I'm trying to go on the podcast stuff because I think that reaches the type of people I'm trying to do. And it's not misportrayed. They don't. When you go on things like CNN, ABC, MSNBC, like you can see that they've already doctored the videos up. Yeah. And I'm not trying to say that I won't go on there, but at the same time, it's like I don't want to go on there and then look like a fool because they're trying to do the "I got you" moment kind of thing. Like, I'm just a guy. I've not been bred for this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I totally get it, man. It's kind of nuts. Like you and Gabrielle came up with those those questions, and I thought they were really well put. I thought you did a great job, and then God, that Biden just melted down. It was kind of like the perfect storm. Have you been corrected 1,000 times on the whole machine gun topic?
Yeah, but when you're caught up in the moment, it just kind of flows,
Yeah.
But yeah. I mean, I'm not right on everything, but it's just I wanted to make my point that he's trying to take our long guns, when the problem is the human being, and then if he wants to say it's the gun, then it'd be the handgun,
Yeah. So when you pointed out that video of him and Roberto sitting at like a Whataburger or something, talking about how they're going to take the guns, and he was like, "Oh, it's one of those viral videos or whatever." Like, dude, what was your first response? Was it just kind of you were overwhelmed in the moment, or were you just like, "Wait a minute, are you nuts?"
Yeah, I didn't really know what was happening because like you think I'm in the center of attention right there, and I'm not always the center of attention, so. It was kind of like a shock, but at the same time, I needed to keep pushing the agenda. I needed to keep pushing it I tore the mask off of him, like he wasn't prepared for it. He wanted to come out there, wave to a bunch of union guys, like, "Hey, go vote for me." Well, see ya. And I wasn't about to let that happen.
Yeah, but that's actually kind of abnormal, right? Like union guys are generally, they vote Democrat. You were kind of like this, this beacon of common sense. Did you think that you were going to be like that? Did you think most people were just going to like kiss his ass and let him walk off, or did you know it was going to kind of be a big deal?
Well, yeah, me asking that question, well, I didn't think it was going to be a big deal because I thought he was going to go around me. So I thought he was just going to be like, yeah, no questions, see you later. That's absolutely what I expected to happen, but he didn't. So, but as soon as he said that, I was like, man, all these guys are going to hate me. But I was like, you know what? Let's stick to it because I care more about my rights than I do about my union, you know?
That would have been the smart move to just be like, oh, yeah, we're not taking any questions right now. Thanks.
Yeah.
But, we haven't really seen a whole lot of smarts.
Yeah. What does it feel like to work in like, this is what I can't understand. You're a blue collar guy. You like guns. You seem to have more, libertarian views. Yet what you work for, the union, is the farthest left ideology that there is. And most of the people that work there believe what is left ideology, but don't actually know that it is left ideology. And the union says vote for Democrats because they're the lefties, and it's the same ideology. And then you have most of the people there, I would say, wouldn't consider themselves lefties, but still go along with the ideology.
I think because the Republican Party is anti-union.
Well,
so I mean,
because the unions are left ideology. That's my point.
Okay, but the unions help the union members. Hopefully, that's the idea behind it.
So
I'll let him answer the question.
Let Jerry answer.
So I do think that. I think over the past few years, it's been like, okay, the Democratic Party's been for the working man, and we want to do better wages and stuff like that. And I think over the past few years, the demographic has been stretched. You have people that are just a little bit left or just a little bit right, but then you have these ideologies of these politicians that are just so absurd. So the people, it's not the people so much that have went left; it's that the party has went left, and they feel stuck. So they want better wages and all that stuff, and they feel as if they go away from blue to red. And now, by the way, I'm not saying I'm red or blue, but they feel as if they're abandoning something, and they have to go with it no matter what, or else they're a betrayer. And it's been so many years that the union would come out and say, hey, this is who we're going to push for, get on board, and everybody like, yeah, let's go do it. But I think that I have woken up many union men to stand up for themselves and have their own independent mindset on a politician. And you should see, I wish I could show you guys just how many union brothers and sisters are commenting or messaging me all over the nation. And they're waking up and they're moving towards this, guys.
Yeah. So we had this like huge internal debate, like the cast members of WLS, I don't know, last week or something like that. And Jeremy kind of proposed that same thing. And I was like, look, man, like these are dudes, they're making good money. They're doing the thing that they're trained to do. Because of the union, they're basically really protected. And so when the union says go vote for these people that are going to support the union, these guys just kind of fall into lockstep and go do that. But I mean, clearly, Jerry, what you're saying is like you kind of woke up some people and people are like, oh, you know what? Maybe we don't have to do this thing that they're telling us to do.
Right. Well, we work a lot of hours, guys. A lot of us are working 6, 7, 10, 12-hour days constantly. It's very hard to keep up to date with these politicians and what their mindsets are. So what a lot of people do is they just take the word of the union representatives and like, okay, let's go do that because we're here making the money and you guys are going to keep us working. Well, the way I see it is we're working great right now. We have so many hours coming in. Our pension's looking great. And now this guy wants to come in and want our vote. Where's the upside here? Where are we going from here? What are you going to do that's going to make it better for us? And not a lot of people want to ask that question, but I did, and then I can, some representatives are not very happy about that. I'll tell you that.
I bet. So when you decided to leave, like, how did that come about?
Well, it was just, I was at work all day and it was my phone just ringing off the hook. And I got so many people wanting me to do podcasts and shows and stuff like that. Then I have like thousands upon thousands of just American citizens saying, they're saying, oh, like, you're my hero or you're our hope and stuff like that. And that's a lot to take on very quickly. And I think I just needed to step aside and just take it all in, like I that's not what I was trying to do. But it just made me realize of how much in despair we are right now and how much we need to actually push this agenda, because it is so important that we fight for our rights right now.
Yeah, I definitely agree. So, okay. So you left the job that you were doing then. What are you doing now, man?
I've got a couple pans in the fire right now, guys. It looks like I'm going to be traveling a little bit, speaking a few public places. I'm going to be doing a couple more videos and just pushing the agenda, trying to, I want to bring America together if I have the opportunity. It looks like they're going to give me a platform as well. Again, guys, you guys are really heavy gun guys, and more power to you. I don't know really much about guns as you do. Trust me, I enjoy it. I'm more of a hunter guy. I'm a 30-06. I'm a bow guy.
You're a FUD.
What's that?
You're a FUD.
Sure. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's it. But when it comes down to it, I think that our Constitution is what holds the United States together, and we can't lose that. I'm not going to know everything you guys know about guns, but I can talk about the Constitution, and I can talk about how important it is for our rights. And it looks like there's quite a few people willing to give me that platform right now, and I think I'm going to run with that.
That's pretty awesome, man. Do you think, clearly, you care about like AR-15, stuff like that, at least, and I'm making that assertion just based on kind of what I've read about you and things like that. Even though you're a hunter, like you're not trying to take away people's rights to pistols and AR-15s and so-called, and I do not use this term, but the mainstream media does, assault style weapons, things like that, right? You're like guns, the Second Amendment. Guns are guns are guns, right?
Yeah, for sure. That's it. It's just like I'm so like you guys saw that video for the NRA, like I am, which I wrote probably 99% of that, and I meant every word. I don't want to try to defend it by having a gun to protect my house or my family or to hunt for food. That is ridiculous. We should all be able to bear arms because it's in the Constitution. The fact that we are debating this in this day and age is asinine.
Yeah, no, I totally agree, man. It's kind of a crazy time in the United States right now. We're seeing people go buy guns at rates that I don't remember at any point in time in my life. We're seeing.
Oh, point to that. So take a guess what the exact last handgun in my store was.
A High Point?
Dan Wesson 715 revolver.
Oh, man.
That was it's the only one in the handgun case. Sitting so there crazy. Just by itself.
So Jerry, it's a crazy time in the world right now. Like, what do you think about the people who are going out and buying guns that have never bought guns before? Do you think that like people that are anti-gun, I know, are buying guns and talking about
really?
Like,
wow,
yeah,
that's actually good to hear.
Yeah, it is.
I hope that they're taking the right precautions to do it safely.
And what do you mean by that?
Well, I think that when you're going out to go buy a gun and you've never used one before, I hope that they would actually hook up with somebody and actually figure out how to use it safely. Where to put the barrel, how to load it. Like they need to, you check the chamber before you hand it off. You guys know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And I think it's important to have that guidance. I had that guidance since I was a child. And so I think I was very fortunate.
Do you think it's important that the government mandate that guidance?
And I think that's something that we need to bring back. We need to make it to where it's a normacy to learn that stuff. And I think that people are timid when around firearms, because when you walk into a shooting range or a gun store, for a new guy, it's very intimidating because you think, okay, everybody's there, they all know everything. It's the same thing as walking into a gym. Everybody knows what workouts to do, but I don't, and I'm kind of fat, and it can be embarrassing. So I think what we need to do is we need to change our mentality to these new people. Not saying that we're not already there with open arms, but I think that we have to be inviting. It's be like, hey, come on out and check this out, man, and it's cool, and it's awesome that you're a new guy and you're going to be welcomed with open arms.
Yeah. Do you think, because you mentioned that you're a hunter guy and that we're like more kind of all around gun guys, like definitely AR-15 dudes, like how do you bridge that gap? Because I see a huge divide in the people generally that are like, I'm a hunter. I believe in bolt action rifles and things like that. And I don't think AR-15s are necessary. And us on the other side, we're like, oh no, AR-15s are necessary. People hunt with them every single day in this country. Thousands of people, probably tens of thousands, if not more, are hunting with AR-15s and things like that. And there's this kind of divide even between gun owners and being on the side that you are, being, coming from that history. Like, how do you bring those two parties together? Like, how do you convince, my grandpa that an AR-15 is something that's completely suitable for hunting and self-defense and everything else, and bring those parties together?
I like to party.
Open up a history book.
Yeah.
That's it, guys. Open up that history book. I mean, just point to it. History repeats itself. Think about this. At every point in the history of the world, there's been a country or an emperor trying to take over the world. Right now, which one is it? Because it's got to be one of them. It's for the history of mankind, guys. It's always happened.
Oh, it's communists.
So which one's the communist?
Oh, they're all the entire Democratic Party, China, most of Europe.
But do you see my point?
Yeah.
That's why we need them, guys. That's the bridge. It's history.
Yeah. So let me go even a little bit further on that. Like, let's talk about like I'll use the term that Jeremy used, the most fuddy guy that that doesn't think about AR-15s. Like, we're not going to bridge that gap, right? Like, we're kind of that newer generation coming up. Washington Post called us millennials, the heavily armed millennials of Instagram, even though we're not even close to that. But like, just think of the oldest, most kind of like, stuck in his ways dude that wants to hunt. Like, how do you convince him that us AR-15 dudes are like, and he may know history, but like, how do you convince him that he needs to support all guns, or else we're all going to lose him?
It's a very good question. You're gonna have to let me get back to you on that. I will definitely think about that question, though. I promise you that. It's kind of difficult to come up with that answer right on the spot, but you know what? I'm one of them. I'm a hunter guy. I'm not against the guns at all. I got to be honest with you guys. That AR-15 that was given to me, that's my very first AR-15, and I'll tell you what, it will not be my last. The only reason I haven't got it is because it's an expensive sport, guys.
Oh yeah,
it's not cheap to do that. But I've always wanted to. My whole family does it, man, and they go out shooting. I shoot theirs,
Yeah.
And but yeah, like, I'm gonna get all types of attachments, guys. I got optics coming. Like, I'm ready to rock, guys. It's fun. It's fun stuff.
That's badass. So tell us about that. Who gave you that, and kind of where did it come from, and what is it, and all that stuff?
Yeah. Oh man, I should have the card with me. I think it's Next Level.
Oh yeah, Next Level Arms.
Yeah, Next Level, and then that's the one he made it custom overnight in his machine shop. So there's a couple attachments that he got from other companies and stuff like that, but most of it, like, they actually make it themselves. It's pretty freaking sweet. He took me to the whole machine shop. It's awesome. And then I got another AR from a company called Uncoiled in Livonia, which, by the way, talk about some nice guys. You go in there, man, they treat you like family, dude. Like, it's not even just me. He had other customers come in there for the first time, and he did such a good job, and a lot of good hospitality over there, man.
That's badass, dude. I definitely think that we need converts like you, like, who grew up hunting and bolt action and stuff like that, who come into the AR-15 world. I know I can tell you're excited about it, and I think that's great. Like, when you get them to shoot it and you get them to understand that, like, look, there's sporting purposes for this. It's kind of a huge thing. And honestly, like, dude, the overalls, the "Don't Tread on Me" hat, like, that's working. Like, I think that people are kind of resonating with that, and you're talking to multiple crowds. Was that kind of part of the plan, or is it that's just like what you wear every single day?
That's just me, man. I mean, I can't say I wear the overalls every single day, because, like, sometimes it rubs on the shoulders a little bit,
Yeah.
But you guys ever wear overalls? It's so comfortable. It's
Yeah,
like
they
wearing
are.
pajamas,
They are.
man.
But it's all weird when you got to take you got to take the whole thing off.
Yeah, you do, man. But you know what? But it's worth it when you're just walking around and stuff, because you feel free, man. You feel free. You got extra pockets and stuff. My phone's right here in my chest, and I like it. I usually wear them all at work if I'm doing stuff around the house. But yeah, that's just me, guys. That's who I am. Don't get me wrong. If I go out to dinner or something, I'll wear something else.
You wear Carhartt because it's like the tuxedo of the overalls.
What's that?
You'll wear Carhartt because it's like the tuxedo of overalls.
Oh yeah, maybe
Man.
I should do that. I do have one pair, but they're like the thick ones for the winter. You know.
Oh yeah,
I should try some overalls. They'd be easy on my stomach, no belt.
I need some. That's for sure. I'm going to tell you that.
Man. Especially on a hot day, it works really nice.
And I'm going to get some like super short overalls.
No, I was about to say I'd look good in some Daisy Duke overalls.
Don't even.
Oh yeah,
do
when
it.
the pockets are coming out the bottom.
Oh yeah.
Oh hell no.
With my cowboy boots.
We're way too fat. We're way too fat for that, man.
Get all the good looks, man.
Jerry, you said you got.
Hey,
like,
collector, you CCW and overalls. It's got a pouch right on the chest, man.
Oh, you just put it right in that
Oh,
pocket.
dude, I should custom make one, man. Just a little holster. That'd be pretty sweet.
You'll probably have 20 offers by tomorrow.
Oh God, yeah, yeah. But you're probably right, man. That's not a bad idea. Just get some custom made overalls.
Yeah, get some bedazzled
I'm
ones.
surprised I haven't been hit up for an overall brand.
I'm surprised too, man.
Can you get some Oshkosh
Bagosh.
with the Gadsden flag bedazzled on the butt cheek?
Oh, son. Wait, don't do that.
I'm not going on national TV with that anytime soon.
I will.
Yeah, I totally would.
Well, I'll go to Walmart like that. I don't care.
Well, yeah, that's just how you dress when you go to Walmart.
I know. It's awesome. Jerry, you've got a lot of stuff coming up in the future. Where can people keep up with everything that you're doing, man?
Oh yeah, I'm glad you asked that, man. I'm not very big on social media or anything, but I'm trying to do it now. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter as Jerry Wayne AR14. I know it's hard to type in the AR14, guys, but that's what it is.
I absolutely love it. Okay, I actually didn't even realize that it was AR-14 at the end until you just said that, and now I see it. I'm telling you, man, the second I saw that video, I was like, I'm going to try to get this guy on the show. And it was kind of tough to find you, but I'm so glad that you joined us, man. I do appreciate you kind of just asking those questions and honestly staying strong and not giving up and not backing down. It was good.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys. You know what? If you guys ever want to go shooting or something like that, you guys know a lot more about guns than me do. I'm an open book, man. I'm willing to learn it.
I live in Ohio and I own an indoor gun range. Just stop by.
Let's rock, man.
Absolutely. Because you're traveling, right? You're kind of going across the country.
Yeah, but my book's filling up very quickly. They want me to go all types of places, guys. All types of places.
Nice. Well,
so,
you
ever shot a machine gun?
I've ever shot a machine gun? Yes, I have.
Okay, you want to shoot more of them?
Absolutely. Yes, I got this one guy having me come out. He's going to have me shoot his Barrett 50 cal sniper rifle. I never shot one of those before.
Those are fun.
Yeah, if you want to have me shoot something, sign me up, man. I tell you what, I'm hooked.
When you shoot it, keep your mouth closed. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, that's a very, very good tip. Keep your mouth closed. Also, if you go through Ohio, you can stop by Jeremy's Range, shoot machine guns. You come to Colorado, we got machine guns. And yeah, man, anytime you come through, let us know what we can do, and we'll definitely take you out and have some fun.
Much appreciated, guys. Thank you very much.
Absolutely, Jerry. We'll talk to you soon. Thanks so much for joining us. I know you're a busy dude these days, and keep up the great work. We really appreciate it.
Thank you, guys. It means a lot to me.
All right, brother. We'll talk to you soon, man.
Yep. See you guys.
All right. Bye. All right. Cool. That was fun. Jeremy, what do you think?
If you are not a commie and you work for the union, quit on principle, and you'll find out you probably actually make more money in the private sector.
You kind of
also. I built a $1.8 million indoor shooting range and proudly used zero union labor.
Well, it sounds like Jeremy definitely got your point, because he's no longer doing it. He's decided to move on and do cool. Man, I'm excited. It was definitely good to kind of catch up with him. What's the in Firefly the hero of Canton?
Jane?
Yeah, when Jane becomes like the hero of Canton by accidentally dropping that money out, like that folk hero kind of thing. Like, we need more of those.
Yeah, I think we get one almost every election cycle.
Yeah, it's actually kind of great. We got.
Oh, I'm being reminded. We need to stop for a little bit. It's our union coffee break.
That's wonderful.
Why do you think I always get up and go?
Hey, Riku, there's no such. Unions make basically all of them except Toyotas.
I think so. Yeah. The comments. Yeah, the comments are freaking out. The gun range, uncoiled firearms. They gave him the second gun is 3 miles from me. Says Dustin H. So cute to see them before they get jaded, says the fish. That's actually very true. Rico, Jeremy drives a union-made truck. You stupid.
Yeah, I'm aware you. It's
Wow.
not like I
You know
didn't
what?
know
Sell it
that.
on principle. Sell it on principle and stop being such a high and mighty.
Brought to you by Bowers Group.
a man-made bike, a non-union made bicycle.
Brought to you by Bowers Group. Tom's been killing it on Instagram lately, and I just love like some of his snark sometimes. He's posted an email. Somebody was like, I've got this Gym Tech can and it needs to be rebuilt. And like I've had it rebuilt multiple times, and they're not going to redo it for me, so I need someone else to do it. And he's like, sorry, man, we don't work on Gym Techs. And he's like, just buy a can from us. And trust me, like he says, seriously, buy a can from us. And I think that's awesome. And then another post that he posted recently was one that was like literally like 20 years old or something. And they sent it in, and he basically replaced all the baffles, the end caps, like everything, and sent it back to him. And I'm like, that's service. And like when you think about that, you think about a can company who's been around for that long doing what Tom does. Like that's pretty huge, right? Like to be able to warranty stuff that's that old and warranty it for free and send it back to you. Like when you talk about buying a can and waiting a year and paying a $200 tax stamp, and then like this Gym Tech dude who's honestly like just kind of going out trying to find somebody to fix the thing that he invested so heavily in. Whereas Bowers Group has been around for a long time doing really good things. I'm not even going to specifically talk about a can tonight because I thought that those posts were kind of so poignant when you talk about buying things, especially things that are heavily regulated, such as NFA devices, and to have that ability to go back that long later. I don't know what the actual. I could go look it up, but
I'm not saying that Tom was around. I'm just saying Tom may have been around making suppressors for George Washington. So
it's definitely a possibility.
I'm pretty sure it was Tom Bowers and Hiram Maxim.
It may have actually been.
Some would say that he taught Maxim everything he knows.
Yeah, so I mean that one of them was on his personal account, and I mean it's public, it's out there, so I don't think I'm giving away anything. But let's see, he said that the late '90s.
Man, that's so long ago.
It is. So not only is Tom old as, but he's still kicking ass, and he's still supporting the products that he made back then. Like,
I know he could actually tell you before when time was invented.
Yeah, like when Washington crossed the Potomac, he did it with Bowers Group suppressors. May or may not be true. Anyway, save money and trust a company that's been around for a long time is going to stick around for a very long time and take care of you until the NFA.
Thank you for that.
Dissolved. You're welcome. And then even take care of you after that. Like, look, they take time, investment, resources, money, waiting, patience. You should definitely support these companies that have been around for a long, not fly by night, not been around 2 years, 5 years, 7 years. Been around way longer than that. BowersGroup.com. Coupon code is going to be WLS, and that's going to save you money. Aaron, we don't have a ton of time left.
You know what? Let's.
What do you want to do?
Let's just go straight to skip all the questions this week because we just had a whole question section.
Yeah.
And let's just go down to. God, I got to scroll through all these. Not guns, and then we'll do the news, and we'll walk our way out.
I love it.
Not guns, not gear, just the gang. Hashtag not guns.
All right, Aaron, what do you have for us tonight?
All right, guys, it's the end days. We all know that I think the world's coming to an end.
No, it actually is the end days.
I'm so excited.
So, what do you guys wish you could have done that you didn't get a chance to do before the world ended?
No, I'm going to get to do it when the world ends.
That's
not
what
the
did
question,
you get to do
though.
before the world ended that you wish you had done?
But all I want to do is shoot commies in the face. So I'm going to get to do that.
It's not like they wear like a red star on their chest.
You can spot them.
That guy looks like a commie.
No, Jeremy just wants to make them all wear a yellow star or a gold star on their chests.
Whoa. All right, that'll do. Okay, so Jeremy's waiting for the end days to do the things that he wants to do, but what's the thing that you didn't get a chance to do before the end of the world? Go to what is it, Disneyland or Universal, the Star Wars, like the new Star Wars land. Where is that?
That's at Disney.
Disneyland in LA, right?
Disney World in Florida, right?
Yeah, Florida.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. I wanted to do that, but God, dude, so many of my dreams have come true, man. Like I've driven tanks and petted giraffes and thanks to Brown Ellis on both those things. But like, I don't know, man. I was a software developer that somewhere ended up driving a tank and shooting a howitzer and traveling the country and teaching medical classes and like God, man, my dreams have come true. Like I'm living a really happy, fun life and I don't really have any regrets whatsoever. I lived the life of a piece of rock star, like traveling the country and playing gigs and doing stuff like that. Like I've just had a really fun life. Like I raised a family and I've got great kids and like, I don't have any regrets.
No regrets?
No, not even one. Not even one letter.
Okay, good.
Nick, how about you?
I wish I'd bought more ammo. Not even like I have enough, but like if I want to go shooting or something, then I feel like I don't want to shoot what I have. So I wish I had just, a little more ammo.
All right, more ammo. Aaron?
I kind of regret. Well, I don't regret quitting smoking, but at the same time, if it was going to end, I'd like to go out with a vice.
You wish you'd smoked one more crack rock?
Exactly.
Wait, but I mean, you still vape. It's not like you quit smoking.
But we could ride in a car with me and I can vape and you won't know.
No, I hate it.
Yeah, no, everybody knows. Also, vaping is gayer.
That's okay.
Like cool and smoke.
If you're going to do it, at least be cool.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Yeah, you think the the dude with purple hair vaping that like died from like bootleg vape juice, like you think he's cool? No, he's not cool. The Marlboro Man dying from cancer like a man.
Aaron smokes pole.
Robot. I'm sorry, robot.
Robot.
All right, so Aaron wishes that he had
no, honestly, the only thing I wish I could have done that I didn't get to do is I travel to different countries. I've flown overseas, been to seen a lot of cool things. I've even, one of my favorite things I used to do is go to art museums and actually touch the artwork. You're not supposed to, but it'd be cool. It's cool to me because like I touch the same thing that Picasso touched. So I've done a lot of things that, I've done a lot of things that I've ever wanted to do. Vaping, your robot. Maybe.
Thank you, Emma.
I don't know. I've never seen a robot with a, but if I had, I don't think it would be this small.
Aaron's even got the girls watching clowning him right now.
That's all right. I guess I wish I would have punched Emma.
Obviously, you're looking at the wrong robots.
You know what? If my only regret is I never got to find out who the fish is.
Okay, that I can understand. Jeremy, did you have any regrets, or just you're waiting until the Boogaloo?
I haven't gotten it confirmed yet. That's what I want. I literally came home. I got home from work. I grabbed some extra ammo from the shop that I had hid away, and I got home, and then I went in the back where I used to live because a lot of my stuff's still back there. And I grabbed my body armor and all my and a couple ammo cans full of ammo, and I brought it up front. And my wife's like, "What you doing?" I'm like, "Oh, nothing." Click. Click.
Oh my God, dude! I did that today too. I loaded up all the magazines I own today.
Yeah, so I was in there loading magazines, and I'm just waiting till the government shuts us down, and then a lot of the stuff's going to come home with me, including a couple machine guns, and
yeah.
No,
I'm with you, man. All right, let's. There's a couple news stories that I do want to cover. Let's see, where are we? All right, so I want to go over to polymer80.com and see what's going down. Did you guys know they released that PF9 SS, which is like the single stack? I guess if I could compare it to the size of something that exists, it would be maybe like a 43-ish.
Yeah, it uses the same
similar
magazines,
size. Yeah,
some similar components.
Nick, you've got yours, and
I do.
What do you think?
I actually really like it a lot. It's very comfortable and nice in the hand. The texture is nice and aggressive. Yeah, I am a fan so far. I have not had time to shoot it yet. I just got time to finish it out. Like, last week?
Yeah, I think it was last week we talked about it.
Yeah, so unfortunately, I've not had time to get out to shoot it. Hopefully soon. But yeah, so far I like it.
Yeah, Polymer 80 making great stuff. And let's talk about so there's been a run on guns everywhere, right? So like definitely some stuff is out of stock and you're just going to have to deal with it. But like there's still stuff on the website that is in stock. Just kind of go cruise around and see what there is. And honestly, like Polymer 80s are easy to freaking do. So go check them out, polymer80.com. Coupon code is going to be WLS's Life. It saves you 15% off all day, every day. And let's talk about news. Aaron, we can skip that first one, but let's talk about the other two.
All right, Ruger introduces their new PC Charger 9mm pistol. Now, I really like this. What was that? It was a 300 or 30 carbine pistol made by the same guys who make the High Point, same company.
Inland Manufacturing.
Inland.
Yeah, they make a 30 carbine pistol, which I love just the way it looks. But this Ruger 9mm, it looks a lot like it. I like it a lot. I would like it. I want it.
I kind of do too. I was like, I saw a bunch of stuff today, and I was like, oh, son, like side charging, right? Ambi side charging, so you can switch the charging handle to either side.
Look, it's a Kleckner lookalike. You can tell because he's wearing a flannel and a vest.
Yeah, that guy's nothing.
I think this is funny because I'd been looking at the PC9. And then, like, thinking, man, I wish they would make a pistol. Why haven't they made a pistol yet? When are they going to make a pistol? This would be so much cooler if it had a short barrel and a brace. And then, like, 2 days later, all the announcements popped up for this.
Yeah, it's cool. It's got the pick rail on the back there, so you can drop on a lot of folding stock adapters or folding brace adapters.
Or stock like if you have SBR it.
Yeah. 6.5-inch barrel, takes the Ruger SR Security 9 Series mags or Glock mags, which I think is also pretty goddamn amazing.
Yeah, obviously that's what everybody's going to use.
Yep. Looks like it's going to cost about $799 MSRP, so it'll definitely come in for less than that once the initial shock goes off.
You got someone over at Ruger, right?
No, ish.
Okay, I want one.
Yeah, no, I totally agree.
It looks pretty.
This is a PC carbine pistol that I can put a brace on.
Yes.
Yeah, actually, I'm getting one of these.
Oh, it's
I already wanted the PC carbine. I'm getting one of these.
Yeah, just so it's threaded barrel, so you can suppress this thing and throw a brace or a folding stock adapter. It's got decent length Picatinny rail, side charging, ambi mag release, takes Glock mags. Like, what the like? This thing's great.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I'm way in.
Yeah. I bought in as soon as I saw a picture of it, but now that you read the specs on it, I want two of them.
Yeah. So anyway, that's that. And then you have thanks Corona, like.
Yeah, thanks to Corona, and I had all those things written down, but I forgot where I wrote it down at. But basically, I think it had to do with the fact that there's no guns for sale anymore. Thanks Corona.
Oh God! All right, so I've been ordering guns for people.
Meanwhile, Jeremy and Sean are like, "Thanks, Corona."
Wait, Ryan Kleckner said, "Holy that is a lookalike." Okay, Ryan, that guy has nothing on you. He looked like when you get your Ryan Kleckner at Dollar General.
Well, I mean, look at it. He's got the flannel. He's got a vest. He's got a beard. I mean, it's basically like 90% of a shooting community and Ryan Kleckner.
No, this dude straight up, like he does not shoot 1,000-yard offhand with a 50. This dude probably misses from 10 feet.
All right, let's see what he looks like. Ryan Kleckner right there.
No.
He should really be pushing that out of him. Oh no, now he doesn't look like Ryan. Actually, he looks like
he looks
like a thin Clint Walker.
He actually looks like the dude we just interviewed, Jerry Wayne.
He looks like generic white male into firearms.
Yeah. Okay, so like us.
Yeah.
He's not fat enough to be us. Anyway. All right, that's good. So anyway, thanks, Corona. Yeah, there's no guns fucking available. Like, okay. Been buying a lot of guns for a lot of people that I never thought I would buy guns for, bringing them into the FFL. We've got like a 2-day wait here in Colorado, going through our CBI InstaCheck system. We have local background checks, and then they run the next check. And if both things come back clear, you can do the transfer. Normally, we're talking like 3 minutes. We've got 2 days. There's like 3,000 to 5,000 people.
Your life, dude. I'm doing transfers in like 5 minutes.
I know. Like, it sucks. I'm not defending it. It's stupid. But yeah, like, it's crazy.
It's amazing that the entire state of Colorado is like, you're too stupid to do a background check.
So I had to fix something with one of my dealers, And he's like, I'm going to put them in an order for another FFL because if I don't save them for you, they're going to be gone. And then today he's like, okay, we got all the paperwork squared away. Everything's good there. So I'm going to order them for you right now. I'm going to take them out of their inventory and put them in your inventory. And he was right, because they were gone, like all of them.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I ordered a couple of the Canic TP9 SF Mod 2s. I like the Canic that we reviewed so much, and they're like, they're $350, something like that, retail. Such a good deal.
Yeah.
2 18-round magazines.
So, like I said, I have one revolver left, and it's a consignment Dan Wesson, and I actually really like it. I kind of want to take it. But I realize I have that's my not wife, Emma.
Right.
And I ordered $11,000 worth of handguns. What's today? Monday or Tuesday. I ordered $11,000 worth of handguns, and it's not even going to fill my counter. Like, and it was all I could get. But I think it's a pretty good though.
Yeah.
It's a Dan Wesson 715 Jeff Yaye. Yep, Yaye.
Yep, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I just want to yeah with my friends.
No, it's so yeah, I ordered dude, and the thing is like I ordered some last Thursday that hasn't shipped yet.
Yeah, I was supposed to have ammo coming in like every day this week, and like it hasn't shipped yet.
Yeah.
The distributors are so backed up, they're not processing for like 3 or 4 days.
Well, dude, my rep, he was like he's like, yeah, we got a 3-day delay. I was like, yeah, I know, I ordered something a week ago. It still hasn't shipped, so I figured. But I do appreciate him like setting those aside, or like kind of hiding them so that I could get them. It was pretty nuts. But dude, there's not all out there. Like, it's crazy. Do you think it's worse than 2012?
No, it's different. I don't think it's worse at all.
Yet.
No, I don't think it's worse.
Well, clarify that. Like, I don't remember the shelves being just fucking empty.
I do.
I remember
they were.
I remember 22 ammo being hard to get.
Okay, so what happened after Sandy Hook, the Democrats said they were coming after AR-15s specifically by name.
Yeah.
You couldn't get an AR-15. I could get everything else in the world.
Right, that's what I'm saying. But now
that
you
didn't
can't.
matter. But you could not get an AR-15. Here, people are going after handguns, and it's all handguns or shotguns or ARs. I've sold every AR, every handgun, most of my shotguns. The only shotguns that I have left are like 2 Browning A5s, $2,000 Fab Arms left hand, an old piece of H&R, and which I'm actually surprised is still there because it's only $100. And an 870 that some guy wants way too much money for because it's consignment. But like, if it was like normally priced shotguns, it'd be gone.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It feels worse to me. Like, there's nothing on the shelves here, and when I'm going,
it's not worse. And it's spread out over more things.
How the f*** is it? You couldn't get AR-15s before. Now you can't get anything.
In my area in 2012, you couldn't get anything. The only ammo was weird stuff. People were actually happy to have 40s for once.
Right.
You know? And I went from like being on the verge of being laid off from my job to suddenly working 12-hour days minimum.
Yeah.
Yeah, it got pretty nuts, and it stayed like that for years.
I don't know, man. I feel like it's worse, but I'm definitely.
I mean, like, I've never seen the shelves cleared out. I've never, like, in grocery stores or in gun stores. Rifles are going. Everything's going.
Yeah.
People are coming in. And people are looking at stuff and be like, okay, you know what? I was actually thinking about going to the pawn shop in town because I know they sell firearms there, just to see what they had, to see what's been cleaned out.
Yeah.
Just out of curiosity.
I went to a gun show over the weekend. I know, an idiot, but it was.
Did they charge you to walk in?
Yeah, $12.
I hate that.
Yeah.
And they're also like, you have to completely disarm. I was like, okay, yeah, no, I don't have any guns. Printing like nobody's business. I was standing there with my buddy Zach, waiting for someone else to get there, and the security guard who's clearing guns that people are bringing in to sell them in the gun show loophole. He's just muzzling the shit out of everybody the whole time. He's like going over the charging thing and racking the slide 5 times, and then pointing the gun at everybody. Yeah. Anyway, my gun stayed exactly where it's always going to stay, in my belt.
Oh, okay.
Booyah. But yeah, I don't know. I think this is crazy. Krista B said, where'd it go? She said this Corona apocalypse is making Jeremy way too chipper. It's weird.
I'm so excited because for years I've been saying that society is nothing but a thin veneer over the animals that are human beings, and that all of it can go away at any moment and will collapse, and people that never thought it was possible are going to be really fucking shocked. And basically what happened is everybody got a little glimpse behind that curtain, and it scared them, and good.
Yeah. Nick L says, to be fair, I'm going to take the 2 guys who worked in the industry then over Sean and Aaron's opinion. So Jeremy had a gun store. Nick, you worked at a rifle manufacturer, barrel manufacturer.
Yep.
Like back then, I was in the industry-ish. I was an instructor. I was at a gun store like all the freaking time. Lots of gun stores. So, I mean, yeah, I would take their opinion too, but it's not like I wasn't paying attention at that time.
Yeah, and Nick, L, not our Nick.
Yeah.
Dude, I go to the grocery store all the time. I'm a fat guy. I see I see things are different now than they were 2012.
I mean, groceries are totally different than 2012.
Yeah.
They weren't like, we're going to ban sandwich bread.
Yeah, things are different, man. People are hoarding stuff. It's just the way it is. And guns are one of the things that people are hoarding.
Good, man. We got a lot of new gun owners out there. If you guys are hearing this for the first time, if you went and bought a gun, then you had the mistake of going and searching for shooting in Apple, then you're probably listening to our voices right now. And yeah, like get some training, man. But
I will say that the panic of the buying was worse, but I don't think it's going to be as bad.
Do you think we're going to have to pay taxes on the $1,000 they give us to buy guns?
How amazing would that be?
I will tell you right now that I'm going to take that $1,000 and spend it on an AR-15.
Here's government money. Also, we're going to cut tax off of it.
I'm going to buy something stupid with it. I'm going to put a down payment on a 50.
I think instead of giving everybody money, they should just give people a tax break. So that way the people that actually pay taxes get a break and people that don't can go themselves.
Yeah, but tax breaks are stupid. Let's be honest.
Why are tax breaks stupid?
Because it's money you're never going to see. It's like I gave $500,000 to charity, so I get a tax break for that. But at the same time, I had to spend $500,000 to get that tax break.
Yeah, but I'd rather my money go where I want my money to go than give it to the fucking government and who knows where. At least I can target where my money goes.
Yeah, exactly. When they give it to you, when they give you $1,000, you can target where your money goes.
No. I'd rather them not take my fucking money. I could do a lot with $500. Boy, it cost me, my property taxes were $22,000. You don't think that couldn't have helped a small fucking business?
I think it could help
22 grand.
Business. I think it would help your business.
I'll tell you this.
It was my fucking money.
Yeah, right. Yeah. And it's my money that I'm going to get back too.
Right.
So we'll get our money back.
So what's the point?
But a lot of people, 47%
it's not always about you, Jeremy.
So half the country does not pay federal income tax, and they're going to get $1,000, right? They never paid into it. They're not getting their money back. They're getting my money back.
Yeah, but Jeremy, they're going to pay. They're going to use that money on small businesses.
No, they're not. They're going to spend most of it on drugs and alcohol.
According to
cheeseburgers.
Jeremy.
Well, I'll tell you this. Normally, I'm 100% with Jeremy, and normally I'd be like, yeah, just give the taxpayers the $1,000 back. But at this point, like, we're at a fucking weird time in society. Like, I think, like, let's give the $1,000 to everybody. Like, people need money. There's a lot of people out of fucking work. In Colorado, 7,000 new cases in the last few days. Like, people are going to be hurting. And the longer this goes on, the longer we're seeing it go on, people are going to be hurting a lot.
Then quit shutting people down and let us make money.
Well,
and you know what? Survival of the fittest. If you die, you die. If you're at risk, stay home.
You know, here's the thing. That's great, Jeremy.
Most of us aren't at risk.
Most of us are not at risk. But here's the thing. If we don't lessen the infection curve and keep it under what our medical system can actually do, like, a lot more people are going to die. And
But you're only going to die if you're at risk. Really.
Yeah, but that's great. But
No, because there won't be room in hospitals for these people. Because
Exactly.
If we let,
I get it. I'm not going to need a hospital.
No, but Jeremy, your mom, she's older. Like, we love her. Like, absolutely. She's not old by any means, but she's older. She's definitely at a higher risk than you are. And I'll tell
I
you this.
agree.
I'll tell you
She
this
can
right
stay
fucking now.
at home and self-isolate, and she'll be fine.
Maybe. That's
I mean,
not
how
How would
exactly.
she get sick if nobody's there?
well, no, what we're saying is if she got sick, what would you do? Would you
Yeah.
be like, oh, she's old, she's weak? Or would you be like, oh, I wish the hospitals had room, but I'm all pro everyone getting sick.
We have a lot better facilities to deal with that.
But if they're overrun,
Yeah, if they're overrun with everybody else, like that's why the social
I
distancing
know.
thing
Well,
exists.
I mean, there is one good thing about the boomer remover.
And
That that never retired, somebody's at least going to get a promotion now.
all right, fair enough, guys. Let's wrap this up before we do Snoring Desert Institute.
The one thing I know is that if this whole thing happens with the government sending everybody money, the first thing I'm going to do is take a picture of mine and send it to Jeremy and say, thanks for the $1,000. I'm going to go buy some crack.
Well, all I know is I'm really worried about Jeremy's mom right now. So let's do a wellness check. If you've heard from her, let me know.
Well, and it's generally, I mean, yes, it's old people, but it's old people with health problems, and my mom doesn't have health
That's
problems.
not true. That's not
It
even.
is.
No,
it literally is. Old smokers and old fat people.
there is a.
A smoker is 18 times more likely to die.
Wait a minute. Your mom smoked.
No, she never did.
Oh, your dad smoked.
No, my dad never did.
but yet he died of cancer. Weird.
He died of pancreatic cancer.
Yeah,
Yeah, he smoked through his hole.
pancreas.
I don't know.
So
Sean, that was up, dude.
Go ahead.
I mean, we
Nick.
see some, but that was up.
Go ahead, Nick.
I don't even know what to say.
Anyway, let's wrap this up. Sonoran Desert Institute, if you want to learn how to work on guns in the Boogaloo, they've got some stuff for you. SDI.edu. Let them know that WLS sent you. And that'll do it. Thank you very much to Jerry Wayne AR14 on Instagram. Thanks to him for standing up to Biden and not like kind of bowing down no matter how crazy Biden got. He stared crazy in the face. It's like seeing Jeremy after 17 Coors Lights.
I wish you would have called him an old or something like that.
Who?
Biden. If he would have just been like, look, you lying old.
Oh,
That'd
dude.
been awesome.
So
It would have made my day.
So here's the thing. It's like any one of us, we would have like lost our like early on in that conversation. And it would have been like fucking gun owners, like pieces of that dude, he actually kept his cool and kept asking questions. And I thought it was good. So go check him out. Jerry Wayne AR14. Keep an eye out for him.
I would have just laughed in his face because he just was so wrong.
He's the hero of Canton, right?
Canton, Michigan.
No,
Canton, Ohio.
he's the man they call Jane. Here, let's play a little bit of this. No, Nick, we're going to play it. Oh, wait. Here we go.
The man they call James. He robbed from the rich and he gave to the poor. Stood up to the man and he gave him what for. Our love for him now ain't hard to explain. The hero of Canton.
A man they call Wayne. You see what I did there? Anyway, let's wrap this up. Love
No, what did you do? Please explain.
Love. So his last name was Wayne, and I was like the hero of Canton.
No, still don't get it.
Okay, lovewls.com. There's 4 things you can do there. Become a rooftopper. Join the gun cult, theguncult.com. Get lots of cool stuff and join our Facebook-only cult group. You can feed a precious dog water in the Booga apocalypse. You can buy cool WLS swag like this shirt. Okay, just the shirt and this hat. You could buy this just plain black T-shirt with nothing on it.
I will sell you this exact T-shirt.
More importantly, you can find all of our advertisers, links to their websites, and coupon codes so you can save money on your provisions for the apocalypse. So go do that. Join gun-related advocacy group, Second Amendment Foundation, Firearms Policy Coalition, Gun Owners of America. And if you need it, call the suicide prevention line. A lot of people are going to be depressed. Like, seriously. Like, call the number, call a friend. Like, let people know if you're not doing well. It's a crazy time in the United States, and literally we want you here listening to the show in 4 months when this all blows over. 1-800.
And remember, if you get the corona, go to DC and lick everything.
Right. Right.
I thought you were going to say put lime in it.
We gotta make sure that Congress is held accountable. And yes, suicide prevention line 1-800-273-8255. That's 1-800-273-TALK, or you can text a message to 741-741. We're here live every week on Mondays and Wednesdays and on demand every day. Go to welikeshooting.com/show to subscribe. And as we always say, guys, thanks for listening. Get some medical training, but we don't train in our classes about the boog apocalypse. So just massive bleeding, airway, respiration, circulation, hypothermia. But anyway, last but not least, Aaron,
Wash your hands.
and your butt.
Not. Don't wash my butt. Wash your own butt.
We could go out on that song.
Which one?
The Del the Funky Homo Sapien song, If You Must.
Okay, hold on. I mean, I'm in at this point. Hold on. Is it really good?
Yeah.
Okay.
You'll have to find the chorus, though.
Okay.
Look, I got Tyvek suits, respirators, and medical gloves. Let's go do some boog boy.
Is this it?
Sitting too close to hear my boy like my ice sting. I tried to be subtle, hand him a stick of gum. I was a victim of breath on him. He turned it down. His teeth was shitting. I had to ask the dope to pass the soap.
Where's the chorus?
I don't know.
He had some raisins, amazing. Head to Tobio, he didn't know. You out bathing. He felt manly and not like a maiden. He had one dread.
You just got to keep looking for it. It'll be there. Oh, here you go.
Wash your ass. If you must, you gotta wash your hair. If you must, you gotta wash your teeth. If you must, or else you'll be funky. You gotta wash your ass. If you must, you gotta wash your hair. If you must, you gotta wash your teeth.
All right. I'm fading out. I'm fading out. Here we go. All right. And we're off. Oh, what should we name this? Wash your ass.
The chorus is so catchy. I get it stuck in my head all the time.
It really is. Let's see.
Did you think that show was worth $1? Help the cast by visiting lovewls.com.